We barely broke out here. We barely broke out here. Hey, we barely broke out here. Hey.
Hey, that's our theme. Well, we're all supposed to be singing it together.
One, two, three.
Barely broke out here. Hey, we barely broke. No. All right, fuck it.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
I've been carrying this whole show on my back, anyways, man. I might as well sing the intro by my damn self too. Shit.
All right.
Anyways, what we getting into today? DIV Screwface, aka Susano MG.
So we're not gonna hit it with a welcome, world to a live edition of the Barely Broke podcast.
All right, you right. Let me do.
You wasn't gonna do that though.
All right. Welcome, world, to a brand new edition, the first edition of the Barely Broke podcast live, baby. And you already know who I be. It's your boy Low Fro, aka Black, aka Spider-Man, goddamn about to go ham, aka Black Dragon Phoenix X-Ray Zulu 1. And I'm here with my co-hosts. You already know who they is, but I'm gonna introduce them themselves anyways. We got Mr. DIV all up in your motherfucking veins, man. Go ahead, get a hit of that shit. Right here, we got Mr. Screwface him goddamn self, aka OMG Susano. That is, man. Susano OMG.
I don't even know my true power.
We about to get into this shit.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
What we get into?
Was that good?
That was good. I liked it. Shit, that was for me.
Yeah, that's not bad. So it's good. First try. It's all right.
I was trying my best to bring it up for the first one. Do the shit live and shit, whatnot. Hell yeah.
Probably do better.
Did y'all hear that?
Nope.
I can hear that.
Barely.
Hey, there we go. There goes the intro music. Hell yeah, about damn time. There.
All right, welcome, world, to all those viewers out there in the beautiful planet Earth, tuning in on the airwaves. You're with us now today, the Barely Broke podcast, going live.
I thought we already did this. I thought we did this already.
I'm saying, this is probably like the third intro now.
It is the third intro.
All right, so let's get into it, man. We're going live, so this is our first live. Everybody knows. So what we doing? Let's run down the topics.
Yeah, let's get the topics going.
Go ahead, DIV. List them off for us right quick.
Yeah. So, sorry, I was looking at the live while I was doing this, so I'm getting distracted. Anyways, let's do this.
He was looking at the live while doing the live. About the live.
Inception to live. I like it.
Inception to the live.
I'm Leonardo. I am Leonardo DiCaprio. Okay?
Leonardo.
Leonardo.
I'm that Japanese dude who spins the top. Yeah, that's me. I don't know what that dude's name.
I'm the black guy that survives till the end.
The black guy that survives to the end.
Yeah.
This is what I'm coming to. Black people today in the movie. What?
I know.
No.
Hey, progress, man. It's 2022.
Goddamn reason for Tyreek over here to go trip or have to go save somebody and make some kind of grandiose exit because he's black. Instead of making it to the end. He needs to sacrifice himself for the rest of the white folks. Okay?
About to say, how dare I?
How dare you make
Tyreek? What would y'all do if somebody stabbed your kid with a needle and vaccinated them without your permission? They gave them no jab once over.
Bro, I guess I'm about to go upside somebody's head. It's that simple.
What? So I know you're familiar with the story. You want to let us know what's going on with that?
So a New York teacher took it upon herself to vaccinate her students, a couple of them. This wasn't her helping out the nurses or anything. It doesn't really say she has some kind of history of being a medical provider or anything. Okay. She, I guess within her fears of the COVID vaccine, decided to vaccinate a couple of her students. And she's been suspended since then, and they're determining her whole thing right now. I believe she is getting fired, though. They're leaning towards firing her, from when I read it. Well, me personally, man, the teacher like that, I'm about to snuff out that teacher because I don't know what the fuck you put in there. I don't know what the fuck you put into my child.
Why do you have that shit? Why do you even have
Why
that?
does she have that shit? How did she get that?
Facts.
Somebody gotta enlighten us about that. How did she get it? Why is she giving it to kids? And just like, I don't know. Who gives her the right for this? Like, she gotta go to jail. She gotta do some time. You're not about to just stick my kids with anything in a non-sterile area. You're doing this in a classroom, right? Who's in the classroom? like all the other kids is just looking over like, oh, is she really doing it? Them kids are probably like, damn, I'm next. Like, imagine you the kid that's next. Like, you got no choice but to do this shit. It's like, damn.
What should be? I'm walking
no
out
choice. Nah, you got a choice.
I always have a fucking choice. Like,
ain't no way they gonna uphold that shit. Like, if somebody was to walk out and be like, yo, Miss Fitz over here is bugging, yo. She's out here stabbing folks with needles. I'm just not with it. I had to leave.
Nope.
But she
getting held down, getting stabbed by
I want to know what possessed her to go do this, man. Like, who the fuck are you? How do you like feel so justified that you're gonna be the one to save everybody from COVID by vaccinating your students and think this is a good thing? What you thought you was gonna get a medal out of this? What you think you're gonna go down in history as an unsung hero in these kids' eyes? Like, it's like, what was the motivating tool behind this?
Yeah. How do you think that? You think the parents are gonna be like, oh wow, thank you, lady, for doing that? Like, how do you think your parents would really react to that? Like, they're gonna be happy. They're gonna be at what you would. They're gonna look at you with smiles on their faces, like you just gave my kids like a vaccine, like a shot. Like, and I wasn't even there for that. I didn't give no permission or anything. And like, where's your mentality at?
That's what I'm saying. Yo, doctors can't even vaccinate kids without their parents' consent. But this teacher thinks that she could go ahead and do this. Think about it. The doctor can't give neither one of y'all any type of medicine until you guys agree to it. But like, yes, you know what? I'm okay with taking this. Before they check your medical history and everything. Only in emergency situations they ever just shoot y'all up with shit. Outside of that, you need to know what's going on inside of you. You need to know what's going on. The teacher is just, you get a shot, you get a shot, you get a shot, Dairy, everybody gets a fucking shot. And now shots like
that makes me wonder, was she using the same needle? Did she have plenty of needles in stock for this? Like what? Like what? How? What? Why?
Yeah.
And then they get, but still,
over the same needle. That's it.
Just wiped it down with some Lysol disinfectant wipes. Like, yeah, all right, who's next?
You know what's crazy is that she didn't even consider, like, you know, there's some crazy people out here that's anti-vaccination.
Facts.
And you want to go ahead and play with somebody's kids in this type of environment and do that. Yo, you're lucky that none of them kids was like really had like a crazy ass parent in their life. There was really some anti-vax shit, and just ran up in that school with like shit.
I'm not anti-vax, but on that day, I would be. On that one day, in that moment, I would be fully, and I'm coming for that bitch. I'm fully coming for her. Like,
it's like the Lindsay Lohan syndrome right here.
Yeah, exactly.
What this is.
What happened?
What happened? Definitely deserves to get punched in the face.
Exactly.
That she would have cried. I just got punched in the face. Why are we giving them the vaccine?
Why? Like, bitch. Okay. So we have our views on that one, right? On it, which is insane. You know, a lady basically giving your kids vaccines without your permission. On the other side of it, you have a lady who doesn't even want her kids to wear a damn mask in school. Like, it's like the whole flip side. One crazy chick is giving your kids like a vial full of what, who knows what, and then another one is threatening to shoot the whole goddamn school over a fucking mask. Over a mask. She's willing to shoot the school. Like, come on. Yeah, go ahead.
She's willing to shoot up the school over a fucking mask. Are you serious? Yeah, that is why. Like, how do we get to this point, man? Like, this is crazy. Like, they're like.
Oh, context. Give them the story, because I know you again familiar with this. So give them the story.
All right, so there's a parent-teacher association meeting going on, like a little town hall meeting between the parents and the teachers. And then there's this one parent that's there cussing out the school board member saying, my kids ain't wearing masks. Y'all ain't gonna make my kids wear masks. And I promise you, if y'all do anything, I'm gonna load up every single last gun I got, and I'm calling up everybody. So then one of the board members interrupt her there And I was like, yeah, all right, your time's up. And she's like, well, I guess we'll see Monday. I'll be here Monday with all my guns and shit. Like, yo, are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? We're talking about school-age kids. You're talking about you're going to come up here with your guns fully loaded if your kids is wearing masks. So what you going to do? Because that threat right there is telling me this. Hey, you about to shoot at the school. So you know who needs to get involved? The cops. But guess what happens? Now, fucking thing happens to this lady as she's threatening the board members that she's going to come up to the school fully loaded if her kids got to wear masks to go to school. So what does that say about America? What does that say about the school system? What does that say about the different privileges out there?
That's quite literally a threat. Like she said she's gonna load up her guns, and she said that she'll be back pretty much if over a fucking mask of all things. But
bro,
that I'm taking kind of serious. Like she should have been arrested right there, not said that her time is up. Like you don't say, oh well, your time is up. Like I'm gonna have you forcibly removed, bailiff. Well, not bailiff, but the police or whatever. Just somebody, because that is a threat at the end of the day. Like, you got to take that shit serious. How many shootings we've been having? I think the only time we ain't had a shooting was when we was quarantined, and then once we got our quarantine, shooting started happening right after that. So it's just like niggas is crazy. You got to take that shit serious.
School shootings went down in 2021. Why? School was closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, record. It's like
we ain't had a school shooting all year. It's a record low of school shootings that year. I think we had one, and that was at the beginning of the semester.
Yeah. And then we shut down school. You know what? School shootings on the way. So, it works.
Have y'all ever seen the chart of school shootings in the U.S. compared to the rest of the world?
Yes. I've seen
I haven't seen that.
Like, the difference is insane, bro.
It is astronomical. And this is mass. Okay, not even school shooting. Mass shootings as a whole.
Oh, yeah, mass shootings too, yeah.
Mass shootings is just ridiculous. There's countries who haven't had mass shootings since 2000, 2001. And us over here, we're damn near numb to the shit, how current and frequent this shit happens. If a mass shooting happens in another country, they're going to be making news, holding vigils. The whole country going to come together for some kind of reform or some shit. America is like, oh, damn, that happened? Okay, what's the weather like tomorrow?
Exactly. It's like, oh, it's Tuesday? Right. Shit is fucked up.
Man, this shit is wild. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I just quickly looked at it and that's insane, honestly.
You see?
I guess it's insane just how big the gap is, yo. The gap is ridiculous.
Yo, I think the point is though, people still playing with it too much. Like for that lady to say that type of shit in this type of climate with all this shit going on, it's like people really play with what's going on, man. And for her to say that, and also for nothing to happen is kind of crazy. That's crazy too. Like nobody's taking.
I mean, it's like the reasoning behind it itself is just stupid. Like over a mask, it ain't that serious. Like the only reason she got a problem with it is just because of the whole political. I don't understand how wearing masks is political, but let's just say this whole political thing of masks in general is the reason why she's saying this.
Exactly. Like, other than that, if her party was the one that was pro-mask, she would be all over that shit. She would be all over that shit, and that's how fickle a lot of these people's mind frames are. Literally, fickle.
That's why it's dangerous to tie your personality and your beliefs to a political party. That is why it's dangerous to do that shit.
And them motherfuckers they don't even care about you at the end of the day. They don't care about y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know. Democrats, Republicans, they don't give a fuck about y'all. It's the honest truth. They really don't. They use it behind President Trump when he was president. How many of them has he went down to the jailhouse and be like, yeah, man, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna use all this.
Taking nobody's hand like, thank you, patriot, thank you, patriot, thank you, patriot.
How many of y'all have you came down to the sea? He hasn't. He doesn't care. They don't care, and I don't know how people just
don't understand this or don't see it.
It pisses me off that they get pissed off about somebody just talking bad about their leader over there on that side for a man who doesn't give a fuck about y'all, for a woman who doesn't give a fuck about you. It's weird, I don't truly grasp this whole concept. And it's the same thing when it comes to corporations and shit. They'll go hard for all these American companies and shit talk about, hey, we need to keep jobs over. That same company, if you was working for them, and they could hire illegals and pay them a lot less to do the same quality, if not better work than you think they ain't gonna be all, nah, I'm a patriot. No, we only hire Americans. No, they bought their money, they bought their business. Guess what? Your ass is getting fucking fired. And that's beyond all race. That's probably the only one thing that's not
capitalism,
racist.
baby.
Is capitalism. Not racist, just whoever is making the most money. That's all that fucking matters at the end of the day. All that outside bullshit does not matter to capitalists. Literally money. Literally growing my motherfucking business up higher.
They just say it's all, because you've been giving some very good points, because it's all intertwined in a sense. Because just like all they really care about is their money, whether they're a politician, you know, a celebrity, a corporation. That's all they care about. So they'll say they'll say the right things and fake the funk long enough just to get you to give them money or to get you to be on their side about something.
Yeah.
So in this case, it's like whatever political party she's following, and I mean, since she's anti-mask, it's kind of clear that, it's right in your face which party she kind of does follow, but I'm not going to make any speculations because I don't know the lady. But if you're going to be that vehemently anti-mask that you're going to threaten to shoot motherfuckers over it, then, there's something wrong with you. So you could just keep your kid from school. You could just be like, okay, I'm going to take my kid out of this school. I'm going to homeschool them. Or, there's other options than that. But to sit here and act like your voice matters more than everybody else to the point that you just feel like, oh, well, my child ain't going to wear no mask, this, that, and the third. But what's really got me, though, is that these are the same people, very same people that'll tell you if you don't like a rule or whatever it is, you can leave.
Yeah.
So it makes me look like if you don't like the rule, then your child don't got to go to that school.
Facts.
Like your child ain't the only one there. You could just like
there's a private
hey, homeschool them if it's that
shares your beliefs. You can take a child over to that private school. You become a homeschool parent, or you're there teaching your kids yourself. Become the teacher yourself. Teach them your very own narrative instead of pushing your personal narrative across a general spectrum. There's certain things that should be taught generally, and then there's other things that you teach privately to your children. The government should not be teaching your kids certain things. Then that's a fact. Other things, it's a like history. What happens in history is a fact. This action happened, right? So teach about the action happened without your opinionated thoughts on it. And I say that to say don't push the agenda when I say opinionated thoughts. Now, if you're asking, hey, what did fucking Washington think? Why do you think Washington chose to cross the Delaware? Was it really because it was the best strategic move? Or was it because he was just too lazy to walk the other way? You could teach stuff like that when you have an opinion like that in history. But when you're teaching your own personal beliefs, that's why I have the issue with it. If that makes sense to y'all.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense to me.
The same idea, like how you saying it should be I don't think it should be 50-50. It should be more like 80, 20 or some shit like 80-20 or some shit. Like when you're talking about the government should be teaching your kids and you should be teaching your kids. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to academics, general information, and I guess more more intricate stuff with certain subjects, the government should be teaching that. But when it comes to morality, when it comes to how to conduct yourself, how to greet people, manners, dealing with emotions, dealing with other people, internal issues, a whole lot of that stuff. A lot of that stuff I feel like, which is a lot that you as a parent have to take care of that stuff. You got to be the person that's on top of that. So it's like you have to really do your part. I feel like the government does, but if you are somebody whose personality is built off of your political affiliation, then I don't even think you should be teaching your kids shit. Honestly, if your personality is I'm a Republican or I'm a Democrat. If I meet you and that's how you're gonna do yourself, I don't think you should be even having kids because you can't teach them shit because that's like teaching your kids to be like like you're a Packer fan and nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Like you're like a fan of the Patriots and nothing else. Like you're a fan of the Knicks and nothing else. Like
I see what you said, because in a sense you start taking away the kids' own ability to
choose for themselves and be their own person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, hey, my dad likes the Packers, so I have to like the Packers too. Even though I think Tom Brady's an amazing quarterback when he was playing for the Patriots, I can't like the Patriots now. I can't like them because I'm straight on Packers. It's a Packers house. I'm a Packers person.
Exactly. And some kids realize that at a young age and rebel. You know what I'm saying? And some people realize that as they get older, undo the damage of their parents pushing dumb shit on them. You know what I'm saying? And so when the younger kids go through, find out that, oh, you push some dumb shit on me, they rebel in different ways, and they're like, oh, he's just emo and he's just this and that. Really, his feelings is hurt by some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? And he's trying to find, he or she is trying to find some type of solace somewhere, and they found it in that. And then as you get older, say that you didn't get up off of that horse that your parents put you on, and now you older in age, you do or say or fall into some dumb shit, or you get somebody who you believed in your political party is exposed, and it shatters your whole perspective, your whole vision of shit, and now you're into conspiracies and all this other shit. Like it's just like all types of different paths people take from that dumbass like thing your parents could do to you, or you as a parent would do to your child. Like just let the kids develop, and if you tell them something is bad, like if you're over here telling them, oh, we're this political party and everybody over there is bad, and they go over there and realize that these people ain't really that bad, and not all of them are freaking stupid, overdone, overhyped, like social justice warriors who are screaming with colored hair and feminist this and men are disgusting that. Like not everybody who believes in that shit is that extreme, you know. And like I don't know, a lot of the times when people figure out like stuff their parents told them is a lie, it's a farce. It just shatters a whole lot of stuff for them, and it's hard for them to recover from. Some people recover from it fine. Other people, they can go into therapy and all types of shit. So, you know, like
I mean, honestly, that actually is really a thing. Like some people, when their reality is shattered, they really just they become so disconnected because they're just like, this is what I believe my whole life, and now it's like everything I knew wasn't even what it is, essentially. So there's like a lot of validity in what he's saying. And I mean, like in this case, like with the mom with the mask, it's just like she's pushing this whole thing on. It's like she's trying to push this thing onto her kids. Like, nah, we don't wear masks in this household. You know, this whole thing is a hoax. Like, COVID ain't that bad. And it's just like, you know, for some people, COVID ain't that bad. Like, it really ain't. But there's others out there that is the worst shit. Like I've been around people that have had COVID. I never got it. But I know people who have caught COVID and say it's one of the worst things ever in their life.
I'm gonna be honest.
So you know what? I still wear a mask.
I caught COVID back at the start of the whole thing back in 2020, that January. Mm-hmm. That shit beat the fuck out of me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I ain't never been sick like this a day in my life. Not a single day in my life. But when I caught that shit, I swear to God, man, it was a whole new level of sickness. I'm talking chills. I'm talking about I don't want the blanket. I'm talking about like everything. Like freaking head just pounded like crazy. Can't take shit. Hungry, but then I don't want
cold to eat. And I'm hot. I'm sweating and I'm cold. Why am I sweating? I get cold.
Bro, yeah. And back then I wasn't taking it serious, so I was still going to work, right? And that shit was brutal, man. That shit was brutal. I do a lot of physical activity at work, and that shit was it was no brainer, man. I was like, yo, I'm tapping out, bro. Like I need to go sit down for a little bit, man. I can't do this shit, man. Like.
Yeah, but you see that's what I'm saying. So I'm pretty sure you now would wear a mask, even you know. And exactly like at our job, they tell us to wear masks. Well, at my job, they tell me they force us to wear masks, and it's just like whether we can wear masks or not, I don't really complain because, like I said, I've been around a lot of people that had COVID, never caught COVID, but I'll still wear the mask because one, I just don't know. You never know. I still could catch it, and two, it's just for the protection of other people. Because just in case, I might spread it in some way or manner. So it's just like, you know, it's not always about you. Sometimes it's about the other people around you, essentially.
Yo, and to
And
be honest
this
with you,
my
I don't know about y'all, but wearing the mask to me ain't that bad. It really isn't. I'm not on some freaking crazy campaign for this, but it really ain't.
it's not the
Like,
worst thing ever.
people are just going crazy with conspiracies out the fucking ass, talking about you gonna suffocate yourself by wearing a mask because you're breathing in outside. And I'm like, how?
I don't know what to do.
Like, I don't know how to breathe in this thing. How do you
What I
breathe?
do? Oh my
How do you breathe?
The only other
Oh,
people
God.
is them like out of shape, super fat people that like walking downstairs, they out of breath.
I don't understand how you suffer.
Like, that is the honest belief behind like some people. They're like, you're breathing in because the carbon dioxide gets trapped right here in the mask, and then you just bro, you smell your own badass breath. Okay, you're smelling your own bad breath. That's what you've been giving to everybody this whole time. Okay, don't be mad at us because you don't brush and floss your teeth.
Oh shit, that's facts though.
I don't understand. The mask ain't that bad.
What Screwface was saying, yeah, I'm not to cut you off for nothing, but
Yeah.
I definitely agree with what you got going on. But I was listening to what Screwface said, and it's a good segue into what we got next. What you was talking about, how you said, what did you say about people being around you? You said it's the people that's around you. What was that? What did you say about that?
Oh yeah. Oh, I was saying that it's not always about you, but the people that's around you.
All right. It's not always about you, but it's about the people that's around you. Remember that, right? So then there's this story that we got coming up on this. It happens at a dirt bike rally. It's a dirt bike rally. You know, it's a rowdy crowd. You know, it's the usual scenes when it comes to this. It's like old school wrestling scene and stuff like that. I mean, it's different now.
I think early 2000s rock and roll. That's what that.
So we're talking about trucker hats backwards, Budweisers, and Marlboros.
Yeah, I mean, there's more kids going out today. Everything's more family inclusive. Back in the day, you've seen wrestling, like people just the scum of the earth would be in the crowd. No, but now you watch wrestling, there's all little kids with John Cena hats. And, I don't know who's popping right now, but anyways, so it's at some dirt bike rally. It's probably like a little bit more rowdier than the average event. I mean, little kids like going to these things, but I'm pretty sure dudes go to these things just to buy and drink and see bikes, right? Yeah. And at this dirt bike rally, there's a chick with some big, like fake titties, huge, big fake titties. Some dark-haired chick, real pretty, looks a little bit older, huge fake titties, right? She's getting up and people, I guess, are hooting or whatever, and she's into it or whatever, right? So then she's like just, being seductive and like just pushing up her titties or whatever she's doing. I don't know. She got the crowd going, and it's a bunch of guys drinking. They're like, oh wow, oh, there's a girl over here with big knockers that's going off. Yeah, let's drink. Oh guys. So everybody's like, just cheering her on because they want to see some boobs. Guys want to see some boobs. Yeah. I want to see some boobs. I'm out of the game. I mean, it's so fun. Whatever. That's a bonus. Monster trucks, dirt bikes, beer, and now I can see some boobs. Like, come on, man. Like, it's a great night, great weekend. I'm enjoying myself. It just went up a whole nother level. Thank you, lady. You're making my night. Thank you for being a trooper. All right.
So took one for the team.
She did it for the squad. She did it for the team. Ain't nobody losing. Taking one for the team means nobody's losing. Nobody lost. So.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody's cheering, and she flashes the crowd. Everybody, woo! Everybody goes off. But wherever there's like some shining, beautiful light coming down, blessing the people of earth, there's always the devil. It's always the devil. There's always the devil. And in this day and age, we got Karens. Now that's what it is. It's a Karen showing up, spreading her demonic energy all over the place. Some random lady, like random. I never thought the word random never fits so properly in a sentence or in a situation. Some lady out of nowhere shows up screaming about my kids this, my kids that. And people are like, who the hell is this lady? She's like, how dare you, my kids, and my da-da-da. And you ain't going off on the lady who flashed the crowd, right? This lady's going off for her. And people are like, yo, where is this lady coming from? and who the hell does she think she is? Like,
Yeah.
and she came from across out of nowhere to go confront some lady that has nothing to do with you, not minding her own business, and you come over here to confront her, screaming in her face about your kids. Are you crazy? Like, what's wrong with you? Read the room, read the crowd. Everybody loves it. Don't ruin nobody's good time. Everybody's drinking, enjoying themselves. Chill out. Nah, but you can't chill because your world is only this big, and you're the main character in your world. So you want to shit on everybody else because something doesn't agree with your matrix. Something affects your little world. Because that affects your little world. You want to go ahead and do something.
Okay, you see, I see what's happening here. You are promoting misogyny. Okay,
that's yeah. I'm for all that. I'm for all that.
You're promoting all that shit. This lady came across trying to stop this lady from the objectification of the man. Okay,
I'm gonna let you know right now.
Put her body out there because that was not her choice to do that with her own body. That was the man over there pressuring her into pulling him titties out.
He
so
manipulated her.
Go help the fellow woman out. Okay?
Woman.
Help her out.
Tis a woman.
Tis a woman.
Tis a woman.
That's what that was, okay?
Look,
women helping women. That's what it is.
Look, it has an amazing ending. There's a Disney ending to the story.
Okay.
Right? As she's screaming at the lady, it's a beautiful Disney ending. She's screaming at the lady, right? And the lady's like, yo, leave me alone. The crowd starts going in on the Karen and starts to like tear her up. They got like yelling at her, saying wow, shit to her, telling her to sit the fuck down, trying to get the fuck out of here. And she's like yelling back, like, no, this is you don't tell me to do this. And she's home. I got kids.
Wait, hold on. This is literally like the real life version of why are you bullying me? I'm right. That is her. She's like, why are you bullying me? I'm right.
I'm right.
That's her. That's her right.
Perfect.
First off, they are at a wholesome family event. What are you talking about?
Bro, it's about to get more wholesome. Bro, I know. They start throwing bottles, cups, water, fucking shoes, bricks, boots, and they start pelting this bitch with everything, bro. Then she starts getting hit.
Like boo, tomatoes, boo.
Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, fucking nachos on top of her head, all that shit, bro. Like she's looking crazy out here.
It was like, yo, go to the store, grab a bushel of tomatoes, bring that shit back, hurry, we're throwing it at this bitch.
Make sure they're right. Make sure it's the oldest bag they got. Make sure it's the
oldest shit.
The one that's wet.
Actually, you know what? Just go to the back and ask him for the old shit.
Yeah.
I want that wet, gushy
mold
stuff.
all over those tomatoes. But
yeah, yo, that is wild as hell, man. That is. So, to get into some more, I thought it was like. So I've watched the video. I know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah.
From what I seen, the event was definitely live. That shit was lit. Everybody partied, having a good ass time. It's not no place I'd bring my kids to. Definitely wouldn't bring my kids there.
I wouldn't go.
Kids might like motorcycles, and they like monster trucks. So some people do bring their kids to those events. I know how wild stadiums and those places could be. And the ladies out there show her titties. I really don't think it's that big of a deal that a woman like flashes her tits out there and there's kids there. I don't think that's that bad. I really don't. I'm saying there's a time and place for everything. This is a time and place where I can see that falling in line when the shit works. Like, it's not like in the middle of church, she just gets up there and flashes the whole congregation.
No, that's a time and place. That works. The Lord just blessed you with some titties. So it works.
But yeah, man, like
somebody's prayers was answered that day if she did that in church. I mean, like, yeah, Lord, please bless us with some titties once in my life.
What's next? Was she gonna get mad at girls to going to the club wearing their little hoochie shorts? Like, where's the limit? Where's the line? Like, be for real.
You know what? I
like sporting events. There's bad people here. Everybody's drunk as fuck. Everybody's having a good time with these loud ass motorcycles. I'm pretty sure the music that's playing there ain't the censored version neither. I'm pretty sure the music there. So she gonna go cuss out the owners for playing music with curse words.
No.
And what about all the other audience members there that's smoking and shit? Is she gonna cuss them out for smoking and drinking at this place? Because her kids are there.
They serve beer here. We're drinking.
If she's that concerned about her kids, why are you bringing your kids around someplace that has this much alcohol there? Why? Where you know?
And why are you not with your kids? Why are you over here? Go back to your kids. Why are you?
And it's the thing. She walked from the other side over there. So her and matter of fact, the lady who flashed the tits, she was on the upper level. So unless her kids is up there watching this woman instead of watching the dirt bikes and the monster trucks, the kids wouldn't even known about it. The kids wouldn't even know
because you know, well, I watched the video too, and from what I can see, unless there was more to it that you know they just didn't show in that video. When depending on where she was at, as y'all are explaining it, she was facing away from the the actual dirt bike event.
Yeah.
So she was flashing. So like you said, she was like in an upper level, flashing up towards the crowd. So if she was like unless she was in that vicinity, her kids would have never saw it. They would have just saw she like lifted her shirt up, but they would have never saw the actual breast itself. So it's not like
true. That girl, because the lady, she was walking up to her, and she flashed up here, and you're walking up to her even more. It's just like, and you must be looking back like, oh, what is she doing up there? Oh my God!
Exactly. So you would have had to take your eyes off the event in front of you to look back or look up or look over to the side and to see what she was doing. So I mean, maybe if like her kids was like in the view of it, I guess.
The kids is. She's acting like the lady turned around right in front of her kids, flashed her titties, and told her son to suck on her nipples or some shit. That's how she came up there towards her.
Yeah, like she was doing something like.
It was like nowhere next to her, nowhere. And this
guy came up. No guy said a thing to her. There was not a single dude that said anything.
And there was
the guys defended her. The guys defended the girl showing the titties.
Yeah, exactly.
If y'all listen to the crowd, y'all can hear other women in there telling her to shut the fuck up. Like leave the woman out, leave the woman alone with her titties. Like if y'all listen to the crowd, you hear the other women like, "Yo, boo that, boo her." Somebody goes.
I got a question, right, about this situation.
Yeah.
In another time period, right? You'll get some grasp from the crowd about like this lady showing her titties.
We're not living in Amish country though, so.
But actually no, I take that back. Because back in those days, like back in the 90s, this was normal. That was like a normal thing. Like at shows and all that stuff, people be flashing them all the time.
Shit, they had girls going wild just for shit like this.
Yeah, exactly. And like before that, in the 50s, maybe that wasn't happening. But like, there was a time where this was normal. And I'm not saying this right or wrong, but I'm just saying that's what happened. People accepted it. I do kind of think it's right. Like, if she could do that and be comfortable enough to do that, I don't care. Who cares? It's adults around. That's what they do. Everybody trying to have a good time. Nobody gets hurt. It's no problem. But what I'm saying is that, do you feel like times are changing or times are kind of tipping back from everybody being so sensitive? And it's like times are changing to the point where like people see the situation, understand the situation, and choose the best option, which is like that lady up, they thought about it, that lady up there wasn't doing nothing. And the whole crowd unanimously like accepted that idea that this lady's tripping, Everybody's yelling at her, and not only did they yell at her, but they started throwing shit at her. Like everybody was throwing shit at her. So it's like she got like shunned out to like the village already. Like
I feel like that. So even
over something like this, over showing titties, like they defended the lady who was showing her titties against the this one.
Yeah.
Like,
so hold on.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
With that being said, I feel like America's moving forward a little bit with this one event and other events that transpire like this. Because if you go to other countries, a lot of them who are a little bit more who don't put such a huge emphasis on sex and sexual images and shit like this, they would just be like, oh man, look at them tits, and then went right back to the war show.
Yeah.
The crowd reaction probably wouldn't have been the same in them other countries as it is here in America too. And the damn sure would not have a Karen like that getting mad that she's showing her tits. Like some of these other places I've been, the ice cream truck is walking around with a girl, her bikini's falling off, licking on the ice cream. That is the ice cream truck that's selling the kids ice cream.
Hey.
That's
know
the
kids
ice cream
like.
truck. They have billboards up there with the sex stores and stuff. And I'm not talking by the highway where you just drive by and tell your son, hey, look down at the floor right quick. Don't you look at that sign. No, it's just out there in the open. After about like 8 o'clock at night, it's like that's adult time right there. And they start showing like softcore porn on the basic channels. Basic channels.
I hate softcore porn. That shit is like.
But that's just what I'm saying. America puts such a huge emphasis on sex that it creates people like her to have some huge issue with a woman flashing her tits at a fucking bike fucking show where everybody's drunk, everybody's having a good time, but you feel like you're Superman now. You need to go save the day and save wholesomeness and go over to go confront this woman about it. Like, I don't understand. Like you said, I don't understand why this was such a huge issue for her that she feel like she had to go over there and go confront this woman on this. It's titties, y'all. It's breasts. Literally,
like you're a woman too. Like if you like this, you're a woman talk to another woman.
Yeah.
Like you got titties. Like why are you tripping over this? Like why? Are you tripping over this? And how
just because you don't want to show yours, that's fine. Don't show yours then. Don't show yours. I feel like people forgot one golden rule of life. Mind your fucking business sometimes. Mind your fucking business.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, because old girl she chose to do it. She did it more, and she did it more than once.
It's not like some dude went over there, titties.
It's like, ripped her shirt open and just like took her shirt up or something. Like she did it of her own volition. So it's just like to use your kids as scapegoats and all this. It's just, if anything, that's a teaching moment for you and your kids. Just be like, hey, you know, those women's breasts, you know, you're gonna see them when you're older, I guess. Don't look at them now though.
Even if you have a daughter, be like,
now go watch this stuff.
Some girls be doing shit like that. You just don't do that, okay? Just incorporate that lesson to your child. You don't need to go.
That lady,
go confront them.
That lady has a hard life. Right? She got a hard life. You don't want that. You want to have to be up there, the lady.
Literally, she
damn proud. You don't be up there doing that. You don't have that mentality. Right? You go. I will make sure you don't end up like that. Right? Yeah. Simple as that. Like.
So many different routes she could have went to teach her kids the lesson if her kids are there. So many ways she could have went about this without.
What lesson was learned?
Now look at you. You're getting hit in the head with a Heineken bottle. Like, come on.
Like, stupid. Anyways, here we go. We were on that was more of a lot of the topic than the first two. You know, whatever. We're moving on.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we have a young woman inside of a store. I think it was a clothing store. Was that a clothing store or a beauty
supply store? It's probably a beauty supply hair store.
All right. So yeah, let's say it's that. It seemed to be Asian run. And there's a video that's out. And in this video, what seems to be a black woman is getting patted, and well, not patted down, but getting
her pockets ran
through by what seems to be an Asian lady. You know what I'm saying? She's Asian. So she's going in, digging through like all in the girl's bag and all that stuff, and the girl's recording it. And I'm just like, yo, what's going on? Like, the video starts, and then when like the bag is open, you see the Asian lady reaches, looking through the other girl's stuff, and the girl's like, is like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing all that? Ask her.
Don't forget, she's the only black woman in the store. Everybody else is either white or another Asian.
Exactly, and she brings that up to the Asian lady who's behind the counter, the lady who's behind the desk. I guess the staff member or associate, whatever. And she goes up to the lady and it's like, why did you do that? And she's like, she tells her about, this is like discrimination or whatever. And the lady's like, I don't care. Like, it's just trying to like brush her off, like on some, like not trying to face up to what she just did, like how she just disrespected the girl. Like she's just saying she don't care that she just did all this. And in my mind, I'm like, how you gonna go ahead and invade somebody's personal space with no evidence of what happened, because you're suspicious and do that. And then when you get asked why you did that in a post, you just try to brush the person off and pretend like it didn't even happen. Like you didn't just disrespect somebody. And you think you could just do that? You think you just do that? This ain't wherever you from. If that's cool over there, but with the mindset that Americans have and what we got going on here, that shit don't fly out here. That shit don't fly at all. That shit's not something that you could just do. All right, because you do it to the right person, or you do it to, you did it to the right person. You know what I'm saying? Because she just videotaped it, did whatever.
Yeah, she just recorded it.
And the wrong person would have straight up knocked you through that wall.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm handing out goddamn 2 pieces, 3 pieces, biscuits, goddamn fries on the side. You ain't asked for the coleslaw, but you getting it anyways. Here's a motherfucking large drink. I'm beating the fuck out this bitch for going through my pockets like this. I don't give a fuck if you thought I stole some shit. Call the motherfucking cops or somebody. Yeah. But one thing that's not gonna happen is you going through my motherfucking pockets. Nah. I don't know where this black lady came up from, and much respect for her for keeping her composure the whole time. Much respect to her. Not knocking her at all, because in a sense, she did do the right thing. Record it, then do such shit. But motherfucker like me, I'm beating the fuck out this lady. I'm beating the fuck out. I don't give a damn if it's a woman. I'm beating the fuck out her for going through my pockets like this. Like no, bro. Like, where is my motherfucking level of respect?
She's not even coming that close to me. Like, she's not even
I'm telling you, where is my respect that you think that you just gonna go through my pockets like this? You just gonna come on my
She's not even gonna get her finger. She's not even gonna get her finger near the pocket. Like,
bro.
It's just the fact that she blatantly. It's like you said, Lofro. I mean, the young lady handled it perfectly because, like DIV said, she chose the right one that day. Because there's definitely a lot of folks that ain't gonna let you get that close to them.
Yeah.
Cause ain't no reason. Like you said, if she thought she stole something, call the police. Do something. But you don't do that. You just don't walk up
and then
just go walk off like ain't nothing happening.
You better be ready to take these chances like these cops out here when they do this. You better be willing to take the chances just like the cops do until they got to pat somebody down. Because them cops is taking a huge chance with people. So this bitch better be ready to take them same chances.
So what if you found something on me? At
that point, I would steal some shit. I would steal some shit. I'll be like, oh, these earrings right here, I don't even fucking want these cheap ass shits, but fuck it. Now I'm taking these. Bitch, run that shit again.
I'm just saying, like, you ain't security, right? You just some lady, and you patting me down, and like, bro, as soon as you look down and you find something, I'm stealing off on you and running out the store. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm already robbing you. Like, I'm just saying, think about it. Are you prepared to confront me over it? Are you so if the girl, that lady, is she prepared to confront me over it? Are you equipped to do this? Are you ready to really confront me over it?
I doubt it. I don't know where she thought this was gonna go.
That's what I'm saying. You gonna confront me and you don't even know where this is going. You don't know how desperate I am. Maybe you really don't care, but I'm just saying, like, it could. I could be very desperate for whatever I'm stealing in this place, and I can take it to a whole nother level. And how you approach me in that type of way lets me know there's no sympathy for you after that point. Like
if I knew where that shop was, I would walk in there. If I knew where that store was, I promise you, I'll walk in there today and be the most suspicious black motherfucker you ever seen on this fucking planet. Just wanting her to come check my pockets.
Nigga, just walk in there. You're already suspicious.
Exactly.
Like, what you mean? Walk in there. You're already suspicious.
I'm telling you, man.
You don't even gotta. You could just walk in there and be like, "Hey, how you doing?" You're already suspicious. It don't even matter.
After that, hey, how you doing?
Y'all remember that movie?
All these happen in Mortal Kombat. Everything. That's it. That's when the nigga walks.
Y'all remember that movie? Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking juice in the hood.
Of course.
Yeah.
You remember when they walked into that store? Instead of the little beep, it went, nigga.
Yeah.
Yo, that's all I heard. That's all I fucking heard in this video, man. I'm like, and then the people want to talk about black people just be knocking out Asians for no reason. No, Asians have been putting on a whole front for the rest of America. When black people in those communities that they decide to open these stores in, they treat them horribly. From the Chinese restaurants to the hair stores that they got ready, the beauty supplies, whatever the fuck they want to call it, little Asian markets that they open up sometimes. They treat them horribly when they walk in there.
The reason, I will agree with you to a certain extent, but what I will say is that you're right about the front, because all these Asian people know, they know how racist they family, they know it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You ask them, they'll tell you, oh yeah, they mad racist, but they still won't. It won't be like something that's brought to the forefront. They'll still listen to all this. Oh, black people be doing this to Asians, and black people don't like Asians. When they know deep down inside, they got family members that despise black people for no reason. Right. Only opposite they see on TV.
Let their son or their daughter come over with a black counterpart. It's a wrap. Disowned.
Oh yeah.
It's like no, you can't be with that.
Hey, that's how it goes sometimes. Hey, I don't care.
But then why is the issue when black people say the same thing?
Oh yeah. Like why you bring
why is the issue?
Yeah, like if my daughter brings some white guy, like what is this? You gonna come here and do this? Bring this boy in my house? What's wrong with you? Turn it off the table.
But that's all I'm saying, man. Why is it an issue when a black person bring home a white girl or somebody else?
It's always gonna be an issue, man. It's always gonna be an issue.
But then it's that's just their culture. That's just how they are. They're very family oriented. They're very, stick to their own kind over there. But black people can't say that. It's an issue when the black people, I only like black women like that, man. Or I only like black dudes. Oh nah, you messed up and shit. Like what?
Like I said, black people gotta be the most accepting people. I'm saying the rest of the world says that black people have to be accepting of everybody while at the same time being excluded by everybody. And it's just like a real clusterfuck of ideologies that goes around. Yeah. Because it's like y'all said, this ain't nothing new. I still remember this. I still remember the summer. I think it was like what 2018, 2019, where it was just like video after video after video of like Asians attacking black folks, and then there was like nothing really said about it. But I still remember the video of the fucking Asians beating this one lady with a fucking like a stick or something in the fucking nail salon.
Yeah,
facts.
And then they be like, jumping them ladies too, the black ladies and shit. They be like fighting with. They be jumping them. It's like it's like a man and like 3 women beating up one black chick. Like a man.
Is it?
Like
a man is in it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Beating up
at the same time.
But then a couple videos, there was let me not say a couple because there was quite a few. I did see quite a few of black people like knocking out Asians and shit. Some of which were old as fuck, just to point that out. But then videos started surfacing, and then like fucking 2 weeks later, Asian hate bill.
Stop the Asian hate.
Stop the Asian hate bill. Where's the stop the black hate?
Well, that's a civil rights bill, but that also comes to everybody else.
In the struggle. We like y'all better in the struggle, black people. We like y'all better in the struggle. That's why.
That music's so goddamn good. We gotta keep
going. If we gave y'all equal opportunity, your raps wouldn't be so hard now, will it there, huh? Will it be still so hard there, G Money? No, it won't. It won't. It won't. You gotta have the screets in you. Remember the screets? Selling rocks since you was like 9 years old, Caught your first body at 11.
Smoking on the ops.
Yeah, busting licks and whatnot there, black man. We need you to continue that. So no, we're not gonna change this. We're not gonna change it.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, I'm gonna want black folks to just want better at the same time.
Yeah.
Because like we've seen these videos time and time again. It's like at the back of our mind, we know what's gonna happen, but at the same time, it's like we not only allow folks into our space, but we clamor to be in these folks' space too, and it just don't make no sense to me. Because like I'm not saying let's all segregate ourselves. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying.
That's what it sounds like you're about to say.
Okay, fine. That's what I'm saying. But not, but it's just like, know who you dealing with at the end of the day. Because not everybody going to be your friend. And it's just like, you need to understand, like what's wrong with supporting a black-owned business that sells hair? Even if they're a little bit more expensive, but it's just like, sometimes, what do they say? You pay for convenience, right?
Yeah.
It's paying for convenience. Because if something happens and you feel disrespected and you feel it's because of your race, like, why are you complaining at that point? It's like there's no way you live under a rock that you can sit there and be like, oh, well, nah, I didn't know that life was like this. I didn't know it was like this. Then it's like, okay, well, you got to start to afford that same opportunity and same type of thinking to everybody else when they say that they don't see black folks struggling at all. Then, if you're going to run with that type of mentality, so it's just like I see these videos of like this one right here, and in the back of my mind, I'm just like, yeah, I wouldn't have been in that store in the first place. Like, it ain't even no point because it's just like this ain't the first time. This ain't my first rodeo with seeing shit like this.
So, on the topic of supporting black business, I feel like me personally, I support black business, man. Like, honestly, if I see them out there, I've gone into some of them where I didn't even want shit, but I'm here walking down the strip, black owned business. I'm like, I'm gonna support it just cause, and I just went in there, bought something cheap. Just bought like a little lotion, bought a scrub or some shit, or bought a shirt, bought, I don't know, whatever the fuck they sell. I'm like, oh, how much is this? All right, let me get that. It's not even, you supporting black business don't mean you got to go and buy the whole shop. Just go in there and purchase something. But in that same thing, I could tell you one reason I know, and that's always stuck out to me. I've heard people complain about buying from black business. They're like, the products that they use there are so cheap and everything. Like, it's not the same quality that you're getting. When in reality, they're probably buying it from the same location that these other stores are getting it in bulk.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing, the same exact thing, but because it's a black-owned business name is attached to it,
it's viewed as cheap.
Yeah, it's like the views of it is being changed.
Automatically viewed as cheap because it's black owned. It's just like, but like you said, they're probably buying it from the same vendors, the same people, paying the same prices. But now it's just cheap. Like, so I've heard that.
Yeah, so that one has always stuck out with me, and I always try my best not to ever let that invade my mind whenever I'm going in there to purchase things. Like,
oh no, my favorite one is how they say, black, like my favorite one is how they say, black folks don't know how to run a business because they be having attitudes, or the customer service is terrible. That is the one that kills me every fucking time, because I'm just like, okay, all right, yeah, okay, yeah. Now, granted, that is true in some cases. It's always a possibility.
Yeah.
But y'all the same motherfuckers that will complain about fucking Walmart. You'll complain about Walmart, Amazon. You complain about an Asian hair store. You complain about everybody else, but go right the fuck back. So
right
it's just
back
like,
to their ass.
Get out of here, yo. Get out of here.
I can't stand Starbucks, man. They coffee is so over expensive. They never say my name right, and they always add the fucking foam latte when I ask for the macchiato goddamn latte. But yeah, there's a black coffee shop right here that will fucking get your order right, but you don't want to go to them because you feel like the quality of beans is not the same. But they getting it from the same distributor, from the same farm. But yeah, it's not good enough for you now. It's not good enough for you because it's coming from black-owned business.
Or shit, let them fuck up. Let the black-owned business fuck up once, and it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
I ain't never going back here, man. This is why I'm buying shit from them.
Doing that.
This is why I'm. Oh man.
Wait, real quick story.
Go.
And I got this from personal experience. All right, so 2020. I got this like little side hustle, right? And it's for a black-owned farm. Like, it's a black-owned farm. Like, I met the brothers, real good people,
Yeah.
They own a farm. They sell vegetables. They'll sell you stuff online, this, that, and the third, So I work for them as a delivery driver. And okay, so I drop off one lady's order. She wasn't home. You can leave it at the door, take a picture, just like DoorDash and all that good shit. It was during quarantine.
Yeah.
I leave. I go about delivering everybody else's stuff. The lady calls me because, of course, my phone is attached to, whatever she used. When I took the picture, it was sent from, my phone number. So she gives me a call, and apparently her order was wrong.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't advertised the way that she wanted. And during this call, this lady was just like, she was going off. And even during the argument, she said to me, I try to support my own, this, that, and third, but, mistakes like this is why I be going, like, it make me want to go back to, shopping with the white man. I don't know if she said white man, but it was like, referred to as the white man, essentially. But it's just like, imagine this is like affluent black, like these ain't like hood black folks, affluent like black families and whatnot. They got money. Like these are nice neighborhoods I'm delivering to. And so, a part of me wanted to say this and be like, well, if the white owned business messed up like this one time, would you have said the same thing? Because it's just not making any sense to me why, it's a one mess up or just one thing don't seem right, like I'm just a middleman. Like I could have talked to home, like I could have talked to, the owner and everybody, but I'm just a middleman, so I can't really tell her about prices and this, that. Like I don't have no control over that. I just deliver shit. But I told her, I was just like, I could talk to her for you, but that's about it. But I mean, she did end up talking to the owner, the brother of the farm, and I guess he did like, coil the whole thing. Like I kind of just like calmed her down a bit, and then he just like, reassured her about everything else. But that stuck with me because it was just like, it was kind of like an honest mistake. Like if you had like just like you could just talk to him and just see what the mix up was, this, that, and the third. It's just like these folks ain't giving black owned businesses a chance. They fuck up once and that's it. Like there's some businesses that want to get better, so they'll accept your criticism of what they did wrong.
Yeah.
Now, if you go to them and you tell them, respectfully, like, yo, essentially you fucking up, but nicer, and they still like give you an attitude, all right, cool, I can understand. Don't fuck with them no more because it's just like you at least tried. But if it's just off rip, nah, I'm cutting them off. I'm cutting them off. I'm cutting off all black-owned businesses. Fuck you guys. I'm going back over here. That's where I kind of just.
Why is her first go to like, oh, this is why I don't support my folks sometimes? Like, why you gotta even take it there? Why can't I just be a business that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like we just trying to do our thing out here. Yeah. Yes, like support us. Yeah, like you be black, whatever. But why I gotta be the first thing you go to when you gotta complain like it's us being black? Like what that gotta do with it? Like why does that gotta be? Why can't just people messed up? Why it gotta be all encompassing everything all because we black? Like I don't get that. That's just wild. Like it's like I feel like that's a whole nother level of self-hate in itself. Like I don't know.
I mean, it kind of is. You also got to remember, like Walmart, Target, all these food chains that are big as hell, all these farms that are big as hell. They all got a immense head start, like an immense head start, like hundreds of years. Like when did some of these companies started in the 1800s? Usually, like I'm pretty sure they was fucking shit up in the 1800s, but everybody gave them a chance to get better. And you know what they did? They got better.
Places fuck up your stuff right now. Every one of those places you mentioned has messed up something. Your order at least once. Something they have done something at least once.
Messed up my order was Chick-fil-A. I don't know what they're doing over there. It's a brand. It's in one of the younger businesses, and it has never messed up my order. I could give Chick-fil-A that much, but the rest of them food chains, they fucked my shit up a bunch of times, and now I'm like, yo,
fuck out of here, Waffle House though.
Oh, how can I forget Waffle House? They ain't never fucked my shit up either, man. Waffle House be on point, man. I can't be mad at them.
They only fucked it up once. That was it. Just I asked for chili, and she forgot the chili. I was like, fuck.
Whoa,
I'm gonna still eat it though.
The closest they ever came to that is I asked for syrup. I don't see the syrup here. Oh my bad. Here you go, honey.
Oh wait, I found the syrup.
Oh, you was dining in? Oh, well, that's different. You was dining in. She allowed to make mistakes. My order was to go, so
I know.
I want the chili on top.
But I've been to places where people have found food. I mean, hair in their food. Have found right. They take away the thing. Do you want another plate? Yes. No big quarrel, no nothing. Literally, you just found a piece of a human in you.
Like that.
Yo, I don't know. I never thought of it that way.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. I mean, how would
I'm
you
so detached from here. It's just like, it's like you just found another piece of a human.
But yeah, that's just to go into it, talk about like, but yeah, they'll give this another chance. But then they won't give the black-owned business another chance. I'm not trying to get political, whatsoever, but it just goes back
Nigga
to
trying to get political.
Obama had to be damn near perfect, damn near black man who has nothing against issues, ain't never did this, they ain't seen one picture of Obama smoking weed. You ain't see him over there with a big ass chain. He ain't got no mixtape coming out, although he needs to drop a mixtape. Drop a mixtape, OBZ. But
oh shit, they lied to me. That's the reason why I voted for that nigga.
But yeah,
man, I told you niggas lied. I told you politicians lied.
Like, but that's just what I'm saying. The standards that they've set for black people is just crazy high, and then in turn, that has also caused the black community to reflect some of that shit. So now we have this crazy high standard for our black-owned businesses too, where they can't fuck nothing up. They can't have their prices somewhat higher like the other stores.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then if their prices are too low, no, this is just a cheap ass store. Look at Marbury shoes. Look at Shaq shoes.
Oh yeah, that's definitely like a good little petri dish sample or whatever. If you can put it inside.
Honestly, yeah.
But yeah, sample of like they're making affordable shoes, and then people ragging on it because it's affordable and shit.
Because it's not Jordans. It's not backed by Nike.
Right. Yeah. Some folks will probably say like, "Oh, what about Jordan? He's black and we support him." But it's like,
Jordan's underneath Nike, which is not a black-owned business. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Actually, I will say, well, the Starberries are hit or miss. Some people love the Starberries. Some people will tell you, maybe the younger generation will probably be like, "What the fuck are those?" Like, that's just like, nah, that's not it.
Nah. I remember when he first came
older folks.
Everybody there, I ain't buying these shits. Look at this shit's ugly as fuck, bro. Look how cheap this shit. This shit is like $29.99. Joints going for $150, $200 sometimes, man. Like, I'm trying to look fly as hell. I'm like, yo, this shit, the colors match my clothes, so I'm good with them, man.
Honestly, yeah, I can see what you're saying. But I know that was definitely the case for Shaqs, but it's kind of wild because back then, motherfuckers were shitting on Shaqs left and right.
Yeah.
But it's like nowadays, folks are like, they're trying to big up Shaq for what he did. They're like, oh yeah, look what Shaq did. You know, he made them shoes nice and affordable for people. This, that, and the third. But it's like, well, hold on there, Jethro. Yeah. I specifically remember y'all niggas back in grade school and middle school shitting on motherfuckers who was wearing Shaq. Yeah. So it's just like, where the hell did this come from? So I could definitely see the case with that one.
Man, I remember when I used to go to, well, it's not a black-owned shoe, but actually, yeah, it was. Going there with my fucking Echoes and my Fubus and my Machiavellis and shit. And motherfuckers had shit to say, man. Motherfuckers had shit to say about that shit. I don't know about y'all, but I remember, especially down in Florida. Florida is all about name brands when I was going to school down there. All about name brands. If you ain't rocking the name brand, motherfucker, you got your shit straight from the flea market. Fuck Marshalls, fuck Ross, fuck Walmart. Your shit came out the flea market if you ain't rocking name brands.
Yep.
But it's like, even still, like, outside of Jordan, what other black-owned name brands are there? Like, that's really big, especially like high-end name brands.
Kanye, Yeezys. It's not really a name brand. It's more like of a signature of another brand. But the dude that just died, tall black
Virgil?
dude. Yeah, Virgil. Like his signature styles on like the Gucci brand and the other brands.
Right.
I guess he made a name for himself. And shit like so there are
That's still under
there are a lot of successful black brands out there. There are. But if we're talking about the more lower, let me not say low, they're starting off brands. You will get clowned as fuck for those. You will get clowned.
That'll probably be, yeah.
But that's one thing I like about
like the older stuff.
The social media era. A lot of people are into like expressions, like artists who express themselves. So when they start coming out with their own stuff, it's starting to pick up now. It's starting to pick up. Yeah. Versus when we was younger and Shaq's was coming out, and then people talk, oh, them shit's so cheap. Oh, they falling apart. But we literally saw a motherfucker in Jordans with his shit falling off. His whole soul came out. The whole bottom of his shit came off the Jordans. And then the motherfucker over there hooping in shacks. This shit still holding. The motherfucker been wearing shits for the last 3 years. Still standing strong. So,
Niggas need to buy running shoes.
What's that?
I said niggas need to buy running shoes.
I get some ace, man.
Suburban dads were rocking them shits for 50 years. He got them shits when he was a baby. Yeah, the same pair. He got them shits as a baby. He's still rocking them shits.
The shoes grew as he grew. Just started.
Yeah.
As he grew. It's the craziest thing.
It's all the lawn and water that just rolls with the shoe.
Yo, it's like Pokemon. We start with Charmander, Squirtle, or Pikachu. It's like once you're born, you gotta choose New Balance, Skechers, or Asics.
All right, if you're from New York, you gotta choose Tim's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you don't have to choose. You're born with Tim's on.
Yeah, like, oh shit, those are my feet. Yes.
Don't worry, they'll come off after a couple of weeks. You put them right back on later. Yeah, we went on a kind of a tangent there, but
oh, shit, what was the topic again before we went on this tangent about black business?
No, we covered all of them. It was the one
that
about
was the Asian lady.
Oh yeah, the Asian lady gonna get knocked the fuck out. Yeah, that's the point.
Well, you can't no more because that's Asian hate.
Oh yeah, you can't do that.
Listen, these hands are for everybody, okay? They don't hate Asians specifically. They don't hate nobody specifically. They're for everybody.
No
This
discrimination.
man hates Asians.
You only did that because she's Asian. Nope, bring a white girl here and tell her go through my pockets. She getting knocked the fuck out. Bring a black woman, she getting knocked the fuck out. Bring a motherfucking black man, he getting knocked the fuck out. You're not going through my pockets.
She's a woman.
Whoa. What about a guy in a wheelchair?
I was spraying kick him down. I would purposely go to a hill and spray and kick his ass down that shit,
What
man.
if he has glasses on? You're not gonna hit a guy in a wheelchair with glasses on.
Yeah, hit a guy with glasses on.
Not in the face, I can't.
Like, wait, hold on. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. How do y'all think that even came about?
Or you can hit a guy with glasses?
Yeah.
I mean, wait. Does that count as a disability?
I thought disability don't break your glasses. I thought that's what it was. Just don't break. His glasses are expensive.
No, okay, so it counts as a disability to me because if let's say he goes to Walmart and then he breaks his glasses in Walmart, how the fuck is he getting home?
Hey, the government better run me my check, yo.
If he drove there and needs the glasses for driving, and he breaks his glasses on the road,
how's he gonna get home because he can't see?
Like, would you guys want Velma?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Scooby! I can't see my glasses.
How?
She can't see her glasses 5 inches in front of her, so no. I'm definitely allowed to drive.
You should be able to park in the handicap spot. Is what I'm getting at. Yes.
Okay.
We should bring this to the Congress because yes, I want my check.
I'm about to go find some glasses to put on right quick. We're like, yes, I am handicapped.
Yeah. I'm wearing glasses now. I'm gonna file disability. Like, vision impairment. How blind are you? Hey, HIPAA.
Facts. Okay. I want equality. I want my disability to be acknowledged the same as every other wheelchair, crutch, person with scoliosis, the same, okay?
Yeah. I want that little tassel or the little flyer. So
I want to park
sideways in the fire. Who was that? The fire exit or the fire spot? The fire lane. I want to be able to park sideways.
Fire door.
Yeah. Because of my disability.
Sitting sideways.
But now, for real, how do you think that came about? You can't punch a guy with glasses.
I think I don't know. Maybe just some dude.
I'm about to look at it right now.
No, is it just a cultural norm? Just emerge. I know it's some guy one day didn't want to get punched in the face, but hey, I'm wearing glasses. Come on, bro. Haven't you heard you can't hit a guy with glasses?
Yeah, he spread that rumor.
He's like, shit, you're right.
Glasses. I knew it was a lie. I should put our captions on this. I want to see you really generate words. And shit.
It says because glasses are usually because. All right, so usually it's because glasses are a sign of weakness. Thus, hitting a guy with glasses. Hold on.
Wait, what?
Well, let me continue it. So it says Clark Kent could hide behind glasses, and in doing so, people perceived him as weak. Thus, hitting a guy with glasses wouldn't be fair. You would have an unfair advantage over the weak guy. That is why.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna the first dude. If I see a dude who's really small with a wad of cash, I will put on glasses and knock that motherfucker out and take his money. Hey! I got glasses on. I'm weaker than him. Come on. That's some 19.
Mind you, he probably broke his nose in 5 places, but he's gonna sit here like, well, I got glasses on, I'm winking at him, so no.
Well, he didn't wear glasses. Imagine, I'm telling you, that's some 1950s shit. That's some or 1930s shit. Wherever that Superman shit is.
Yeah, it's definitely some old school thinking on this one.
Wimpy, put on a glasses.
Oh man, you think you get props because you just beat him up because he wears glasses? So what if you could bench press over 300 pounds?
He wears glasses.
He wears glasses.
Like, look at him over there. It was pathetic. I feel so sorry for him. Like, come on, man.
Look at that guy with the glasses being so strong, sticking up for himself. You go, guy with the glasses.
You go, guy with the glasses. Look at that guy with the glasses shooting that other guy with no glasses. Probably did something to him.
He probably got bullied.
Hit him, nerd with the glasses, punching that dude into next week. What? I don't know, man. Oh, all right. Next one, man. Milk.
But that's it. That's it. Unless y'all want to go into the history of milk. Or we say
we kind of running kind of long. Well, how much time we?
This one's definitely running kind of long. We already
all right, let's call it a wrap, man. All y'all out there in YouTube land, don't forget this is the Belly Broke Podcast. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit us up if y'all want to get on the live and shit. You know, we do live. Y'all just want to argue. Let us know if you want to just argue, man. You see, we talk about any and every fucking thing. So it is what it is. Whatever topics y'all want to get into, we about that life.
Contention.
Yeah. It's your boy, Low Fro. You know, DIV in your fucking veins. Right there. And the screw face himself, Susano OMG.
Really enjoying the Russian bots in the comments. Russian bots.
Comrade.